So, good night, everyone. Hey, David. I'm not feeling 100% yet, so you might hear that in my voice. But yeah, one of the reasons I was pretty much offline today. It is a public Zoom call, so there are going to be stuff that I don't point to. I expect you guys to have those in your own reviews, and we could discuss that, when. So yeah, pam. My question before I start is there anyone who would like to I guess share anything that they saw and we could have a discussion instead of me being the only one speaking? If nobody wants to do that, I'm going to disable the function to unmute. And you just have to ask in the chat. But I think the speaking option is better. But yeah. Morning, Sniper. All right, so let's jump in. So again, full disclaimer. I don't know what today did for the most part. I did see the M5 chart somewhere after overnight session started. I guess some guys are trading. But outside of that, I don't know what this did. So I'm going to analyze this with the assumption that I don't know what it's doing. So we have Monday. I'm coming into the week. I'm still looking at the market not taking that high and not taking this low. So there is no new highs or no new lows since the last major expansion. So I have to stick to this narrative. We're still in retracement conditions. Unless this high is taken, the retracement is not over. I'm not going to overthink it and say this could have been an order block and this is a big push and all that good stuff. No. Stay in retracement conditions until we close up here. So I'm going into the analysis with that as my crutch, leaning on this should be a retracement. So if we're still retracing, I'm still bearish. Okay. Guys, let's put it clean there. Same Tyler, no trades taken. So that's the range. Now, since we opened with a gap, this is when I'm going to entertain the new week open gap idea. Outside of that, no. There's too much things, too much flashing lights. So we have that gap. We have a big run on liquidity here because there is a monthly high over here. You can always add that to yourself on your own. This is still a price swing that swept liquidity but didn't close above it. So if we're adding everything for the public call, for all intents and purposes, that's a rejection block. Okay. If you hear anything like squishing, I'm having a slice of orange. So yeah, rejection block. We open, gapped above, closed above the rejection block, still inside the range. I'm not overthinking. No up candles low have been taken since this, so nothing to overthink, but we're still inside the analysis of this day. So we're not going to stretch this and use hindsight to say, oh, it closed bullish, so I could have, would have, should have seen it. No. Up to H1. Coming into the day, what's on the H1 that I would have considered relevant while I was trading today? Naturally, 4 AM open, wherever that is. There. I've been looking at all of this price run right here. Open imbalance. And this. So this opening balance pushed higher and created a range. So coming into 4 AM or coming into Monday, the current trading range, the most current trading range would be from this candle's low to whatever high was there. That's the trading range. That's all it is. This can be refined to the portion of Friday that happened inside true day. Because I prefer true day liquidity pools, I'm going to move from using this high to the high that was formed inside true day on Friday, which is 4 a.m. to 4 p.m. and make my life easier. So there. So that's the range we're playing with for me. I would have seen that we open on 4 a.m. above true day's range. Now, how could I have used that to frame some type of potential price run? What's the last true day price from Friday? I could go back and 5 p.m. There. So, pay attention to this. Last true day price is the opening of this candle, which is right here. If I look at that opening price, this opening price as the opening gap, right there, then essentially we opened outside the most recent trading range. There is a gap that needs to rebalance. The first quote unquote key level or the first delivery you expect from price is to fill that in. I don't know what the day did, but keep that in mind. This is the run you're expecting for the day. What time is going to happen? I don't know. If I get to the charts at 8 and that's already filled, then I'm looking at that range here for potential inefficiencies. Usually, the inefficiency is going to come outside of the range based on the delivery, but we'll get into that when we get to a lower time frame, if it happened or not. So that's the range you're expecting price to fill in. From a higher time frame or H1, I have everything I need now to go into the day to stock a setup if I was trading today. I have my daily bias that market is still retracing, so we should be bearish. I have my most recent trading range, which is here to here. I have an imbalance inside the range, and we opened outside the range. So my first target is to see if they could rebalance this and make a new low because I'm bearish, right? So we're not form fitting. We're not saying that, oh, look, it did do this and then that's a beautiful idea. No. In real time, I'm thinking this is the imbalance. If this delivery is bearish and we are overall bearish, it should fill the imbalance, potential retracement, and make a new low. The new low that you're looking for cannot be this one because the validation of this bearish swing should be to break previous structure. So keep that low in mind. That would be my daily target today if I was trading. Pop the M5 chart. And this would be my plan. So I have my key level here. I have my 4M open. This box is becoming a little bit of a pain, so I'm going to take it off and use a line to identify 4M open instead. So here is the range you're expecting them to fill in. We open up for overnight session, created its range. Sorry, Joshua, didn't add the indicator tonight, but that's all good. For all intents and purposes, that high to this low is your overnight session. Price traded down inside overnight, filled in the imbalance, and then we started to retrace. Okay, we're bearish. Whenever you're bearish, there's only two things you're expecting from price: a run on buy side or a premium array. There is no premium array here that I would look for because one, we didn't have a delivery inside true day that ran above this high where I could use an order block or uptrend that closed there to frame a potential setup. So because that's not there, I have to switch to anticipating a run on buy side instead of a premium array being traded to. Buy side overnight session high. Price trades up here at 8.45. I'm now interested in a short. So in real time, I would have drawn a line on that candle's low, because this is now the highest closing up candle that swept buy side inside here. When this closes, I'm looking at the fact that the buy side liquidity that was taken by a wick, and we pull back. 4M open is now going to act like a rejection block, or let me not say it's going to act like a rejection block. I'm expecting 4M open to act as a rejection block. So what do? Wait for this low to be taken to confirm my change in the state of delivery. So at 8.55, when it trades below this low, my plan is to go short in a retracement. So here's my candle. If I get that as my entry, my stop is going here. So depending on spreads, you may or may not have been in that trade. Or if it pushed through this open faster than you could get in, realistically speaking, you could have gotten an entry close to here. Or if you are aggressive and precise, you could have faded the run to the rejection block. I know somebody who did this today, so it's not far-fetched. Long entry. Short target. Overnight session low. That's trade. 5R for the RR folks. My day would have been done here, and that's it. I don't have a lower time frame objective besides this. So 80% minimum of this trade is coming off right here. I'm not a big fan of trailing stops, so I'd leave my my thing at wherever it is. Price would push and make this low. In real time, every time we retrace and make a new low, we take something else off. So we push, the low moves from being this candle low to here in real time. Market retraces when it comes down here. Roughly about 50% of whatever is left is coming off here. I'm still not moving from break even because trailing stops take you out of too many trades. Retraces again, price pushes, and you would see that this low, we're wicking below it and not moving. We're getting close to the end of the day in a short day protocol. Cut the trade here, walk away, have a swim, and that's it. So if I was trading today, this would have been my main trade. Depending on how I feel, if this happened after 8:30 or equities open, I may have been in this long as well. This happened exactly at 8:35. So pretty confident that I may have been in that long, but I wouldn't have a lot of risk on, so it wouldn't be a big deal for me. But that's what the trade I would have taken today. See what's in the chat. Will this be uploaded? Yeah, going on YouTube. And yes, Sniper, I know. For Sniper, we're gonna drop to an M1 and look at the M1 delivery. So on this trade, your entry would have formed at exactly 9 o'clock. And it ran all the way to your take profit here. So it would have been hit at 9:38. Nice push. Lots of opportunities to retrace. Nice breakaway gap vibe right here. Why breakaway gap? We had a run that took buy side here. So we had a run right there, whichever is higher. 8.52 that took buy side. The dealing range is going to be formed when price takes a low that was formed before here. Taking this low means nothing. Right? When the protocol switched to bearish here to target buy sell side, it's not looking for this low. That low is not formed yet. It's looking for something over here. So in hindsight, I wouldn't have used this. I wouldn't have wanted to use this. I'd have wanted to use these. And if you say this is form fitting, then you haven't been trading with me long enough. This low swept this one. I'm not expecting liquidity below here. These are failure swings that didn't take out these low. And so is this. So now write this down. Whenever price is trading into a liquidity objective and you're expecting a reversal, there's likely going to be a M1 dealing range. Find the highest candle, whichever candle has the highest high after liquidity was swept, and you look for failure swings before that time. That's where your dealing range is likely to form. So when this happens, I'm thinking between this high and this low, there's going to be a retracement above 50%. The rejection block is here. So while lots of other entries could have been taken inside here, premium rejection block from a higher time frame would give me the most comfort to enter. Now, buy side run, sell side run, retracement. Once we leave that, another run, or once we leave this low, another run to premium should not be needed if we're bearish, because this run would have rebalanced anything inefficient here, and retracement seek imbalances or internal liquidity. So I'm going to push this out in time and look at here, 916. At 916, when the market takes this low, and whenever a low is taken, some amount of pullback is anticipated, you're looking for where should the pullback not reach for 50%. It would be ideal that they not reach for 50%. So where can it reach for? Any kind of failure swings holding internal liquidity. So you look for the last stop punch rule. When was the last time buy side was swept? We had this candle sweeping here. We have these inside here in premium. We have this sweeping this. We have this sweeping this. So this candle would have been the last time buy side was swept. The highest high after buy side was swept. This is best case scenario. If they sweep this high, beautiful. This swept these, so I'm not watching this. Even though this happened here, I'm not watching this real time. Here we have lots of other lower highs right here. Not this one, would have been this. This is a high that I could watch if I'm looking at M1. Too much work, but not impossible. Levels to watch, entry, then run. Price trades back starting at 922 and traded higher until 925, so about 3 minutes. Then it pushed lower from 25 all the way down to 32, so roughly about 7 minutes. Not bad. So that would have been my trade idea. There you go. Nice and easy. Hopefully that helps. Would you consider entering around that? When you say that, I'm assuming on this retracement, yes, I would be willing to build into a position here. So let's say I usually use like a 10 lot. On this push, as we're trading towards here, I'm getting ready to sell because spreads are real. You want to click that sell as it's trading there, and then it snaps back and the entry looks really, really good. I'd put like max 5 here, maybe 4, maybe 2.5, depending on how I'm feeling. Put the first portion here. Up candle low is taken, I'm putting the rest of it here. So now I'm building into the position. Up candle low is taken here, price is retracing, I'm adding more here. Up candle low is taken right here. We're now outside the dealing range and the last potential low that we framed for retracement. So meaning that. So if I look at this, I'm now not expecting price to trade any higher. This here, after we're leaving the dealing range, is the imbalance that should stay open. Wink, wink. Short. Put a line around here. So that candle's high right here to right here in real time. I'm looking for a run into that to fade it. We print an up candle here. If this is 50% of the level, let me use something else. I really don't want to make this a long one. if we're running into 50% of here to here, then I enter on this candle. I'm entering right here on that candle and then looking for up candle low to be taken. This is pretty close to the objective. I can't say I would have taken this. I would have rather read the tape and say, this is what I want to see for speed lower and then anticipate it. But yeah. But this is all hindsight, but I'm reading it through the lens of what would I do if I was looking at it in real time. So that's all I have for tonight. Hopefully that helps, and don't want to keep you guys up. So the upload will be done, and see you tomorrow. Is there other wing sniper? Very impressive. But yeah, do hope you guys had fun tonight. My voice should be back soon. Hopefully this orange and the vitamin C helps. Try to record. Don Carleone. I should be up for the next 15 minutes. So message me on Telegram and I can talk. So enjoy the rest of your night, guys. Do hope you had fun. And anybody else, reach me in Telegram. I have about 15 minutes up until I gotta go. But yeah. See ya.